friends, and welcome to a new Happy Learning video. Today we're going to learn about the largest lizard in the world, the Komodo dragon. Komodo dragons were discovered in 1910 on some remote Indonesian islands, and although they don't breathe fire or fly, they are indeed very dangerous animals. These large reptiles, like all other reptiles, are born from eggs, like these tiny crocodiles. The Komodo dragon's bodies are covered by hard, thick scales, which protect them from all sorts of dangers. When they are adults, they can grow up to 3 meters in length and weigh more than 90 kilos. They are carnivorous, and their jaws are wide, strong, and extremely powerful. They have close to 60 razor-sharp teeth, which they use to tear apart their victim's flesh. Their saliva is very infectious, almost even venomous. When they bite their prey, their wound rapidly becomes infected and kills them. They can eat up to 80% of their own weight in a single meal. They are quite the guzzlers. After eating so much, they must rest a while, like this one who is taking a nice long nap. They tend to eat carrion, but they can also be great hunters, capable of detecting their prey at a distance of 10 kilometers away, thanks to their long forked tongue. Even though they don't look like it, they are fantastic athletes. They climb trees, are excellent swimmers, and can run at a speed of 29 kilometers an hour. If you don't believe me, ask this poor deer, which had a very near miss. These large lizards can live to 50 years old, but the truth is, they don't tend to live so long. Every day, there are less and less of them. Every day, they have less space to live in, and many are hunted illegally to be sold on the black market or kept for their skin. At the moment, there are only approximately 4,000 Komodo dragons in the world. Without a doubt, they are in great danger of being extinct. So, on behalf of Happy Learning, as always, we ask you to look after nature and all its living things. All animals, no matter how terrifying they may seem, are extremely important for our planet's environmental balance. So now you know, take care of it and respect it. Goodbye, friends.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Hello everyone, today we're going to learn about some very interesting vertebrate animals. We present the reptiles. Reptiles are vertebrate animals which are characterized by their special way of moving. Many move by dragging their tummy or abdomen on or close to the ground. Their name in Latin means just that. Reptare means to crawl or slither. Many are terrestrial, but there are also some that live in water. All reptiles have a number of characteristics we should know about so we can recognize them. Reptiles are cold-blooded animals that breathe with their lungs. They are oviparous, that is, they reproduce by eggs. When the eggs develop and hatch, the babies are just like their parents, but very small. Aren't they cute? As you can see, reptiles' skin is covered with strong, tough scales, and some, like tortoises, even have a shell. It looks like he has his house on his back, doesn't it? As for feeding, well, most reptiles are carnivorous. They hunt. Like this crocodile which has just eaten this poor rodent. Or this cute chameleon with its long, sticky tongue that catches all kinds of insects. Look, look! As we said already, most reptiles are carnivorous, but some, like this iguana, are herbivorous. There are lots of interesting things you should know about reptiles, such as most snakes have venom in their fangs. But they're not as bad as they seem, because they warn us of danger with their bright colours or the sound of their rattles. Chameleons are very curious. They can change colour, copying the landscape around them. They blend in with the background so no one can see them, and they become almost invisible. So let's remember the most important characteristics of reptiles. Reptiles walk by dragging their tummy on or close to the ground. They are oviparous, and their body is covered with strong, hard scales. They are vertebrates and are cold-blooded, and remember, they breathe with their lungs. Reptiles really are quite interesting, aren't they? Well, goodbye for now, everyone, and don't forget to subscribe to Happy Learning.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Did you know that some tortoises can live for 150 years? Some of the animal species that live the longest are reptiles. This is the case for the tortoises that live in the Galapagos Islands, who are able to live for 150 years. But these giant tortoises are threatened by humans. For many years, humans have hunted them for their meat and the rich oil that they contain. Also, many of the spaces they live in have been destroyed, and the water of the sea of their habitats has been contaminated. Let's hope that all these changes and we are able to look after and protect nature. Did you know that reptiles are very ancient? Without doubt, these animals are among the jewels of evolution of the animal kingdom. Crocodiles have been existing for 250 million years, and they are one of the animals that still have many similarities with the dinosaurs. But they are not the only ones. Look at this Komodo dragon. It has similarities to a dinosaur, doesn't it? Did you know that the longest snake in the world can be 10 meters long and the smallest one 10 centimeters? The longest snake is the reticulated Indonesian python, which can weigh up to 100 kilos. It feeds on birds, rodents, and other reptiles. But the biggest ones are able to eat entire monkeys, deers, and wild pigs. The truth is that they are a bit scary. The one that can't possibly scare you is the silk snake, which is the smallest one in the whole world, and it's only a maximum of 10 centimeters long.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Hello friends, and welcome to a new Happy Learning video. Today we're going to learn about the crocodile, a very carnivorous reptile. As we all know, crocodiles are reptiles, and like all reptiles, their body is covered in scales. Thick, hard scales which protect the animal, serving as its armor. Crocodiles appeared on Earth 200 million years ago, which means they actually lived with the dinosaurs. Isn't that incredible? Crocodiles are oviparous. Look at these little guys who have just hatched from their eggs. They have very strong muscles on their tail, and they use them to move in the water. On land, on the other hand, they aren't so fast. They walk very slowly on their 4 feet. The crocodile's lungs are enormous. They can hold their breath for up to 6 hours underwater. They're fantastic divers. Crocodiles regulate their body temperature depending on how hot or cold it is. That's why they love sunbathing by the river's edge. They are also carnivorous creatures. When they are young, they eat crabs, frogs, insects, and other small animals. But as they grow older, they eat fish and large mammals, and prey on lost and confused animals, like this poor rodent. Whoa, he only just managed to escape. Phew! Crocodiles hunt and move stealthily underwater so as not to alert their prey until all of a sudden, bang! They leap out of the water at top speed and grab their victim with powerful jaws. Do you know how many teeth crocodiles have? They have almost 80 sharp teeth. But because they use them so much, some actually fall out. But this isn't a problem because they soon grow back again. They can have up to 3,000 teeth during their lifetime. Look! Watch how it hunts. Crocodiles can live up to 80 years, but many don't reach that age. Yes, it's true that crocodiles can pose a threat to us humans, but sadly human beings are a much greater threat for crocodiles. Crocodiles are hunted and their skin is used to make wallets, shoes, belts, bags, and many more things. And crocodile meat is a speciality in a lot of countries. They have completely disappeared in a lot of places, and in others, they are sadly disappearing too. They are in danger of becoming completely extinct, but we must not allow this to happen. Even though they are a little bit scary, we cannot let crocodiles, or any other animal for that matter, disappear from their habitat. They are extremely important for nature's balance. So as always, from Happy Learning, we want to ask you to look after the environment as well as all living creatures, since all of them, no matter how dangerous or insignificant they may seem, are crucial for life's balance. They are crucial for nature. Bye friends! See you in the next video!
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Hello friends! We all know that in order to live we have to breathe, and to carry out this very important function we use the respiratory system. Breathing is an involuntary process that we do without realizing, but we can control it. Today, we're going to find out what breathing consists of and how the respiratory system works. The first thing we need to know is that breathing consists of inhaling air in nature to take advantage of the oxygen it contains and thereby expelling the carbon dioxide, which is the part of the air we don't use. The first phase, which is when the air enters the lungs, is called inhalation. The second phase, which is when we expel the air we don't use, is called exhalation. They are the exact opposite. The respiratory system is responsible for breathing, and for that it uses the lungs and the airways, which are the parts that compose it. The airways are tubes through which the air passes until it reaches the lungs. And they are made up of the nose and mouth, the pharynx, the larynx, the trachea, the bronchi, the bronchioles, and the alveoli. Now, let's take a look at how the respiratory system works. When we breathe in, air enters our body through our nose and mouth. The air then passes through the pharynx and into the larynx. Did you know that the larynx contains the vocal cords, which allow us to speak or sing? La 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 la. They are like the strings of a guitar. When they vibrate, they produce the voice. Well, once the air has passed through the larynx, it reaches the trachea. The trachea is divided into two tubes through which the air passes, which are called the bronchi. The bronchi, once inside the lungs, branch into narrower tubes called bronchioles. And each bronchiole leads into many small sacs called alveoli. And it is there, in the alveoli, where gas exchange takes place. The oxygen in the air passes into the blood through some very small blood vessels which are called alveoli. Then, what is left over from the air, which is carbon dioxide, travels back through the respiratory system to be expelled outside. As you can see, the respiratory system is very important, so we have to take good care of it. And for that, we have to practice a lot of sport and take care of nature so as not to pollute the air we breathe. Healthy lungs are pink, but when we breathe in tobacco smoke or when the air is very polluted, they turn brown and stop working properly. When this happens, we get tired without doing anything, and we start to feel really bad. It's certainly not very smart to damage our lungs, don't you think? So, make sure you do lots of physical exercise and remember, never ever smoke to ensure that your lungs will always be very healthy and that you will always be very happy. Goodbye friends, see you in the next video.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Hello everyone, welcome to Happy Learning. Today we're going to look at vertebrate animals. As you know, we can classify animals in various ways, depending on the characteristics we look at. Today, we're going to look at some animals by the internal structure of their bodies. According to this feature, we can classify them into vertebrate animals, which have an internal skeleton, that means bones, and invertebrate animals, like this worm, which has no backbone, in fact, no bones at all. All vertebrate animals have an internal skeleton made up of bones. Bones are very strong and give bodies their shape. They hold it nice and straight. The spine, the backbone, is made up of a series of articulated pieces of bone called the vertebrae, which allow the body to move in a certain way and be flexible. Vertebrate animals' bodies are divided into the head, the torso, and the limbs. Yes, the head, the body, and the arms and legs. Some vertebrates are aquatic, like these fish. Others are terrestrial, like this bear. And others fly, like this eagle. Vertebrates can move in many different ways: walking, jumping, crawling, climbing, and when they have to, running. But sometimes it's not enough. There are also many vertebrate animals that move by flying, like birds and bats. For example, these eagles, which, unfortunately for the fox, are much faster than him. Vertebrates are classified into 5 groups: fish, reptiles, amphibians, birds, and mammals, like this big howler monkey. Now, let's remember the most important things we've learnt about vertebrate animals. Vertebrate animals can be classified into 5 groups: fish, reptiles, amphibians, birds, and mammals. Vertebrates have internal skeletons made of bones. The body of this kind of animal is divided into head, torso, and limbs. They move in many ways: walking, jumping, crawling, flying, climbing, and when they need to, running. So, see you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe to Happy Learning.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.